Hello everyone, this is your host Lakota Ravoc, and we're going to play Drill Core. Drill Core is a mining game that is a roguelike. It lets you go down to the center of a planet and drop a bomb to kind of refresh the planet, as it were. Now, it is a fun game. I played it since they were doing the beta testing, and it's quite enjoyable. It's a lot of fun. It is quite challenging too. When I was doing the beta testing, I got a ton of upgrade points, and you can see here there's a huge skill tree that they implemented after the beta. And this skill tree allows you to increase the capabilities of your platform and its workers. So, like this first one that you unlock, the guard's night shift, the guards work at night, and at night they will shoot at monsters threatening the core. So, at the end of each day, you have a night cycle, and the monsters come at you, and you have to defend yourself with turrets and other defenses. And then with this one, the guards will also shoot, which increases the damage done. So it's quite helpful. With this one, the research expansion, you can unlock extra research branches by using more materials so that you can increase the capabilities of the workers. There are ones like this one, Guard Protocol, that allows you to point at a specific monster and it will attack that one directly. Quite nice. So all my upgrade points that I had from playing the beta carried over and allowed me to purchase other abilities. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to start a game, and we're going to play on the first difficulty, the novice board. Now I've already done the qualifications, which are a new item. And qualifications are these things here. They're challenges to complete when you're on that difficulty. So these are the novice difficulty challenges. So like the explosive catalyzer, this one allows you to increase the damage of all your explosive turrets. And I had to reach a depth of 250 meters on a cavernous planet to get that done on the novice difficulty. This one was have 10 iron at the end of the contract, and it got me a drone station, which allows me to use an active drone ability at night to attack the enemies. And this one is the turret expander, which I needed to have at least 10 workers at the end of the contract on the novice difficulty. We're going to go back. We're going to actually just play on the novice borer, and that way you can see now here is the planet type. This is the cavernous planet, right? And these are the different resources that you can get down here to spend. And then this is your target depth, 3 times 50 meters, or go to a target depth of 150 meters before dropping your bomb, your payload. And you see here, there's another tab for a frost planet, and with the same target depth and resources. And you'll see here, you get a reward for completing the mission of the right here, 34 of the yellow material. Okay, let's start our contract. All right, I'm going to pause it here real quick. So these are our workers and our carrier. Now this little guy here I got from playing the beta. So he is a free skin because I played the beta. Otherwise you have different looking workers. So you have your drillers, your carrier, and your guard. And these are what compromise your total for drilling down to the core. You can actually increase the number of these guys. Okay, so I have to hold enter or just click and hold to start my drilling. All right. So first things first, we're going to increase our capabilities, and we're going to drop a laboratory down over here. All right. And it's basically just and drag and hold as you're drilling to have them start doing it. And then we're going to, with the extra iron we have, buy one of each. And you see this little thing they're drilling here is iron. And this one right here, what they're drilling out is an upgrade point. This allows us to get turrets and other things. Now this little guy right here is a bug that will hatch out of here if you don't drill it out Okay, so we got our first upgrade point here. So we're going to take a look here. We got a minigun turret, which allows us to have a great fire rate. This one here, the machine gun turret catalyzer, which increases all machine gun type turrets by 10% of their base attack. And the rocket launcher, which launches explosive rockets against long range enemies. And I think what we'll do is we'll probably take the rocket turret because it's good for later game. I believe this is coal. You need to have 4 coal in order to go down to the next stage. This little guy right here, that is a monster spawner, so you want to destroy those as fast as possible. So if you need to speed something up, double click on it. And so this little guy here, the carriers, see, there's a normal carrier right there. They'll bring these things back to the core and drop them off so we can actually do upgrades. Now, your items for upgrades are iron, swarmlet, and coal. We got our next technology point, so we got an energy catalyzer. Every such building improves the attack rate of all energy type turrets by 10%. Radar allows you to actively see the ores down on the map. And then an automatic turret, which deals much more damage to enemies with 60% greater than 60% hit points. This is actually a really good starting turret. These little red lines here, that's swarmlet. So you want to get those as fast as you can. Uh-oh, we need to get back up to the surface because it's the next day and we need to put down our turret. Your first 2 turrets are free. And actually with these automatic turrets, they're going to be very handy. So I'm going to get one of each on each side here. I really want one more iron though because I have an upgrade for my platform. So platforms also have upgrades you can do. And my platform, I can actually make a rocket watchtower. The rocket watchtower takes 4 iron and 1 swarmlet. I think the first round's not so bad, so we're just going to let it go from there. These things fire pretty fast too, which is kind of nice. And our guards will also fire at enemies that are at about this level. Alright, so we got our next upgrade point here. We got a poison gun, drone station, and the machine gun turret catalyzer. So poison gun shoots poison bullets that poison the target. The drone station is a nighttime active ability. This unleashes drones, and these drones attack enemies. It's actually 3 of them that go out. It's really nice to use. And the machine gun turret catalyzer is a building that improves the attack rate of all machine gun types. So it increases their rate of fire by 10%. I'm actually going to get the drone station because that is one of my favorites. I love these rocket towers, so I'm going to actually add these on now. I put them in the center here, and I had enough points to actually do that. So we're going to keep going. All right, that's the end of day 2. Let's get back up to our station. And now we got 2 rocket watchtowers. It's going to help out a lot. It's going to put rockets up here periodically and destroy those enemies, which is going to be very, very handy. The first 2 waves are not very bad. I'm actually going to speed this up, get it over with. Just basic enemies, but the 3rd wave, they start sending out bigger, tankier enemies. That's right, Lazel. Now we're getting close to the end of this map, so if we can get a little more iron, we'll be able to make 2 more of those rocket watchtowers and get the next platforms. Now it's the end of day 3. We're going to get back to the platform. You'll see now we're going to have some tankier guys, but we got 8 iron and 2 more swarmlet. So we'll be able to get 2 more of these rocket watchtowers at 4 and 1. There's our next platforms. Oh, they reduced the price to 2 instead of 4. It used to be 4 iron to unlock those. So that's actually great. If we can get down to day 5 and get to the next area, that would be ideal. The first 4 waves aren't too difficult. All right, day 4 begins. Let's keep going. If we can unlock these 2 platforms, that would be wonderful because then I'll be able to add some additional items down, which I really, really want. Now looking at all the iron on the map, I have a feeling we'll be able to unlock those pretty quickly. I've already got the 2 iron I need to unlock the first platform, so let's do that. And one of the things I want to get next is another barrack. Those will increase the number of units we have by 3, and we can choose which 3 they are. And then I also want to get a factory up and going as well. But before I do that, I need 3 iron to start unlocking these. These are the personnel upgrades. So worker resilience increases the health of all workers by 25%. Jetpack increases their speed by 25%. Hand drill increases the mining speed by 25%. Rifle upgrade increases the damage by 25% of all the guards. And then this one here, the block visibility, which increases the visibility when we mine by an extra square. So like you see here, they mined here, it goes 1 square, and then it's black. So this would be unlocked and uncovered with that new visibility. Oh, we got a next upgrade. All right, so block revealer. This allows you to unlock the fog of war. Grenade launcher, spits out grenades at a small radius of 9 blocks that split into 4 grenades and explode. And then the mortar, which is a great weapon, effective against groups of enemies, launches explosive projectiles over a long distance, 14 blocks. This is one that we're going to want. The mortars are terrific for higher up the shaft. We're coming halfway to day 4, and we're almost going to get to day 5. Oh, that's a rare resource right there for us. We need that. So this is the spendable resources on the upgrade screen, and you can find them in the maps. And so when you find the rare ones like the purple, they're great to get. Now, one final iron. Perfect. We'll get to day 5. We'll clean all this stuff out and we'll be done. My first upgrade is going to be the rifle upgrade to increase the damage of the guards by 25%. This helps a lot when we're down below as well as when we're up above. And then I'm going to unlock the other platform for the last 2 iron that I have. That's right. Come and get some.
Get some!
Wave 4 is successfully cleared. So let's get all these resources out. It's actually quite a good run. We're doing quite well with this. I do want to see if there's anything right here. Another upgrade point. Terrific. Turret expander. Active nighttime ability. Temporarily expands the range of all turrets by 20%. Each building of this type further increases the range by 20%. Explosive catalyzer. I think we saw this earlier. And a guardian laser. This shoots lasers periodically at underground monsters every 65 seconds. Each building of this type works separately, and the damage depends on the damage of the guards. What I will probably get is the guardian laser for later down the road. Now we can actually go down anytime we want. It will only go down on the next active day. So we can activate this anytime today, and then it'll allow us to drill to the next core. But I do want to get more iron if possible before I do that. So I may go to day 6 to keep it going. End of day 5. Let's get moving. We are going to go into day 6 just to get the last resources. And I think we'll be okay. But now we have new enemies that are faster. So you see these little guys right here, they're much faster. But I think our turrets and missiles are up to the task right now. All right, we got another technology point. Bar periodically boosts 2 random workers. Each building type of this works separately. Radar, we've already taken a look at this. And then the machine gun turret catalyzer, we've already seen this as well. And I'm actually probably going to do a reroll to see if I can get a new wall turret. We got the radar again. Stunner, active nighttime ability, allows you to slow down a group of enemies. Each building of this type increases the radius by 40%. And the grenade launcher, which we saw before, I'm actually going to grab this for later. I'm going to go ahead and hit enter, and we're going to get ready for the next morning. We're going to drill down. We should be about done. Yeah, we'll get these last 2 pieces very quickly before the end of day 6. And at the end of day 6, we'll drill down to the next area. Right, that's everything mined. I'm going to start the next day. But first, we're going to add our next housing. We're going to go ahead and buy another miner, another carrier, and another soldier. Let's start the next day. Do I have enough for another turret? I do not. But I think we'll be okay. With 4 missile towers and 2 of these turrets here, you can see they're actively firing very quickly right now because I'm on high speed. We should be good. And down we go. Let's start drilling. We should have all of our new guys. My strategy typically is I like to go down the center until I get to a blockage, and then I'll go from either right or left, depending if I have a blockage, and clear it out that way. All right, I just need 1 more iron, which I should be getting right about now. Here it comes. All right there, little moth guy. And that's going to allow me to get my factory. The factory will actively give me iron or swarmlet, depending on which one I have active. The swarmlet is much slower. The more of these I have, the faster the bar will go up. Oh, we got one of our first I don't know what I call it, spewers? I don't know what exactly they're called. These guys are a pain. They'll be pointing random direction, and you can have one, two, three, or four directions, and they will shoot flames out in a 3 block distance. Unfortunately, I didn't notice this earlier, so I lost a guy. Looks like it was one of my miners. So we're gonna have to go around this and take it out from behind. And now we're gonna have to buy a new miner. All right, so we got our turret expander again. Then we have a worker booster, which is kind of like the bar. A worker booster active daytime ability allows you to boost the workers in a radius much larger. Each building of this type increases the boost of the duration by 2 seconds. And then right here, the laser turret, one of my favorites, shoots lasers at enemies in a huge radius. If the target has less than half their HP, the laser deals triple damage to it. So I'm grabbing one of those. And it looks like we're at the end of day 7, so we're going to come up. And to make a note, we also now have more nodes up top to start placing down turrets. All right, so I got a third iron. I have a swarmlet. I'm going to make an active machine gun turret right here to help thin out the herd a little bit. Now, to make note up here, even though you're on a second tier, it does not cost more to put down a turret, but the turrets can be upgraded at any time. It's like this one has increased shooting speed for each stage, so you can have effectively an extra 150% shooting speed at the third stage. Looks like we're just about done, and they've done a little damage to my core, as you can see over here. I'm down from 3,800 to 3,700 hit points, so they did about 100 points of damage because they got a little closer. So I need to get more turrets out. That's the end of day 7. So they actively shoot this core, and as they do, we lose our hit points, and if this gets to 0, that's the end of our run. We can abort the mission before that happens, but we need to get down to at least 150 meters to drop this into the core. We got our next upgrade point. Worker booster, poison gun, and explosive catalyzer. I'm probably going to get the worker booster to start passively making our workers work harder. Now that I've got 4 iron, I'm going to increase our capabilities here. Let's see. We're going to give ourselves an increased block visibility so we can see what's out there a little farther. And you see my little fog of war has changed so that way I can see it a little easier. See this little block right here where my cursor is? That's sand. It will fall down on top of your people and hurt them if you hit it from below. Okay, we got our next upgrade point here. We have an energy catalyzer, the laser watchtower, and the exploder. We've seen the energy catalyzer. It gives us an extra 10% base damage to all of our energy weapons. Laser watchtower, one of my favorites. A building releases a ray that deals damage to all enemies hit. So it's kind of like the rocket watchtowers. These are great on the outside. And an exploder, an active nighttime ability that explodes, dealing massive damage to all enemies. It is destroyed after use. I don't use this. So we're gonna get the laser watchtower. And we got another piece of iron. Let's grab that. And we have 6 and 1. We can make another tower. Let's add a laser turret. We're gonna put this right down here. And you see this has a huge range, so it has a great distance on it. Okay, that's the end of day 8. Let's get everybody back up to the platform before a sandworm hits us. And you see these laser towers do a lot of damage. That's about all the enemies. We're going to be going to day 9. Now make a note, each level is deeper and deeper, so you will have to go farther down to get all the resources out. Our next goal is to try and fill these slots and get our third platform so we can get another house out. We're going to see if we can add something else here real quick. So what we're going to do here is we're going to move this barrack to over 1 slot, and we're going to destroy this one. Now it does cost you 1 iron to destroy something, so we'll lose an iron, but we will be able to pave the way for our laser watchtowers on the outsides. All right, we got enough iron, so we're going to move this boy over here. And when I get 10 iron and 2 more swarmlet, I'm going to build 2 of these. That's the end of day 9. Let's get everyone back up. Looks like we got enough swarmlet, so we'll be able to make those 2 laser watchtowers soon. Looks like we're taking a little bit of damage to our core. We're down to 3586, which isn't terrible. We just want to make sure we don't go past our like halfway mark. We're already, I say, halfway through this contract. I also want to make a note while we're doing this. They have a cool border that makes it look like you're watching a tube screen, and these lines are intentional. If you look on the at the screen really closely, you'll see there's kind of like these lines. It makes it look like you're watching a tube TV. And for those people that have never seen a tube TV, it's what the TVs used to be before LCDs were out and plasmas and LEDs. So it has these little lines, which are very, very cool. So it's like you're watching a monitor. It's very neat. Okay, we got our next upgrade point. We have the block revealer. Our weakening laser turret, which you haven't seen yet, shoots lasers at enemies, imposes weakness effect on enemies. They take 2 times damage, does not cause damage. And then our drone carrier. This is an active daytime ability that allows you to send drones to collect mined resources. I love this thing. Each building of this type increases the drones by 1. I believe you get 3. I'm actually going to collect this because that does help later down the road. I want to point out this little guy right here. This is a swarmlet bug. And this, when you kill it, will give you some extra red swarmlet. So killing one of these is great, but if you go around it, it's going to be helpful down the road. You want to kind of focus fire on it with your guards. So you bring them over when you can. We got enough iron and swarmlet to make our tower, so let's go ahead and put these laser watchtowers down. These will guard the outside edges, which is really great because these rockets, even if you have them over here, don't seem to do the trick. We're almost at the end of day 10, so we're going to get these guys up here pretty soon. Here we go. Let's watch these laser cannons go off. Look at that beautiful thing. They guard the outside edges very, very well. All right, I'm going to do one thing. I'm going to change my iron to swarmlet. It'll go a little slower, but it'll give me a little extra swarmlet. All right, that's beginning of day 11. Let's go back down and get the rest of this stuff. We need to clear out these things. And we're going to eventually get these guys here. Now, each one of these caverns is randomly generated, so it will be different every time you come down. The layouts will be unique. All right, we've got our next upgrade point. We got the energy catalyzer, the weakening laser turret, and the machine gun turret, which you guys haven't seen yet. This is an active nighttime ability that allows you to unleash a barrage of bullets. Each building of this type further increases the damage by 30%. So we're actually going to grab this. This is one of my favorites. And we're going to start building some active nighttime abilities soon. I've got a lot of iron, so I'm going to do an upgrade here. I'm going to upgrade our hand drills so they mine 25% faster. That's going to help out a lot. And then we're also going to increase our jetpack so our workers go 25% faster. This will let them come up and down the shafts a lot quicker.
What?
All right, it's day 11. Let's get out of here. We're going to go one more day. I'm going to get an active nighttime ability. I'm going to get the drone station. That's going to allow us to put drones out. And you see here, this allows us to activate those drones on the number 1 key. See those little guys go up. They're going to start attacking. They'll go for a little while and then they will blow up and hit an effective area where they explode. And then we can recycle that like every 30 seconds if I remember right. So they are very handy. All right, day 12. Let's keep going down. We only have a few things left to get, so we're going to speed this up a little bit. We're also going to start mining these little guys out and get our guards down here to attack them. Yeah, we're going to have some losses, but they drop 2 swarmlet, which are really handy. I'm just going to slow that down and get ourselves a new miner. And we're going to do it again. Nice. So we got 2 swarmlet out of that. That's going to help out greatly. And it looks like we've cleared out this mine. This is just a rock. So let's collect all that stuff and get on to our next day. We should be able to clear out the rest of this stuff quick. Let's just highlight those. And with that, I'm going to shut this from swarmlet back to iron. And with that swarmlet, we're now going to get our machine gun turret right there. So now we have 2 active abilities, and we now can put 2 more platforms up, which we're going to activate right now. With those 2 platforms, we're going to be able to extend our housing even further, put another house up here for the barracks. Each time it increased it. So it went from 4 iron and 1 swarmlet to 5 iron and 1 swarmlet. Now it's 6 iron and 1 swarmlet. So it's a little more expensive as you go up, but it really helps with your mining abilities. With that, I also have 3 iron and a swarmlet. I'm going to add an extra machine gun turret there. I want to get another laser turret. I need 4 iron for that, but we'll be able to do that on the next round. Let's send out our drones, and let's show you how this machine gun turret works. Very nice. It has a little bit faster cooldown than the drones, so you can spam it a little more often. So with that last guy, that's the end of day 12. Let's go down to our next depth. So now that we're down to our 150-meter depth, we can drop our bomb down into the core at any time. The only thing with that is it has to be during the day. So you see we have a new button here. All right, we got enough iron. We're going to put down our other laser turret. This should help defend. And with the 3rd level down, we now have another spot that we can start putting turrets. Now these layouts are a little harder, so I usually put a long distance here and at least 1 long distance and then some shorter distances here. I do not like these layouts. It's the end of day 13. Let's get everybody back up. All right, we're going to proactively put something different here. We're going to put ourselves a grenade launcher. It has a smaller radius, but it's going to give us some explosive damage on this side, which is nice. All right, with that monster, that's the end of day 13. So let's move on. We got a long way to go down. All right, we got enough. We can get our next barrack. Now, unfortunately, these guys are going to cost a little bit more in a second here. So we're going to get another miner. And after that, at 11, it jumps up to 2 iron. All right, end of day 14. Let's get back up to the surface. We got 5 iron, 6 swarmlet, and 1 piece of coal. So we're going to make ourselves another grenade launcher over here. And you see their radiuses aren't very big, but they'll get most of the shaft.
That's what she said.
And then this little area should get some explosives. And the remaining 3 iron, we're going to give ourselves another upgrade. We're going to upgrade our workers' resilience. This will give us more health, so they'll be able to last longer. You see that? Right there, those grenades. You watch this, when they send them out, watch this one here. Fired it out, and then a bunch shot out. Down to day 15. Let's keep going. We got a long way to dig. Looks like we're split up right here. So we're going to excavate one area a little bit more. We're going to focus our efforts on this side first. All right, unfortunately, we're down to 10 people again, so we need to hire some more. We've got some iron, so we have 4 miners, 3 guards, and 3 carriers. So we're going to get a miner, a carrier, and another miner. 3 guards is pretty effective for whatever we're going to do. So having the additional miners is just going to let us run those resources much quicker. So we'll be up to 6 miners, 4 carriers, and 3 guards, allowing us to get everything very, very quickly. All right, we've got another upgrade point. Synergy turret reduces the reload time of turrets in a radius. Mine turret, which is great at the bottom of a shaft, launches 7 explosive mines in front of it. And a shotgun turret, small radius but huge firepower, shoots explosive projectiles. I am probably going to get the mine turret just so I can put it down here. It's the end of day 15. Let's get back up to the surface. We've got a lot of personnel now. That's going to help out a lot. We still need 3 more coal in order to go down any deeper if we wanted to. And the goal is to go down as far as possible because you get more resources for your upgrades later. Get that machine gun turret working. Looks like we're doing well. We're still at 3481 out of 3800 health. So we're doing really good. We're almost done with day 15. One last, there he goes, day 16. We have half our mine already excavated. Now when I get the iron, I'm going to put 2 of these mine turrets out at the bottom of the shaft. They will help protect our core greatly. And looking at this mine, there's a lot of iron. By the way, these rocks here, they will kill your miners if they fall on top of them, so make sure to clear them out before digging underneath them. There's another cheeky bit of coal hiding in a little tiny spot. Make sure you check everywhere. This stuff will hide in little tiny crevices. Nice, looks like we have a tunnel breaking into the bottom, which is great. Unfortunately, we don't want to keep digging underneath. We want to go around to the top, because going up, we could have something fall on top of our heads and kill our miners. We don't want that. So we're going to start over on this side. But first, we're going to get this swarmlet right here. All right, day 16's ending. We're going to get 2 guards to replace the ones that we lost and get everyone back up to the surface. And now we have enough iron and swarmlet. We're going to add some more turrets. We're going to actually add a laser turret down here because that range is huge. That will help increase our damage up at the top and hopefully clear out these bugs a little bit faster. So these laser turrets are great in the middle or the bottom because if an enemy has less than 50% health, it will do triple the damage. So it's great lower down the shaft. And with that, day 17 is on us. Let's keep going. Okay, another technology point. We got our weakening laser, we got our block revealer, we've got our poison gun. Let's go with our weakening laser. This will help at the top of the shaft. We're going to add our mining turret, or mine turrets down here. This will spit out mines and will help protect the bottom of the shaft. All right, we're at the end of day 17. Let's get everyone back up. Let's get ourselves a mortar tower at the top. Look at all that damage. Now I'm hoping someone will get down here just so you guys can see the mines working. Here we go. Boom! Ha ha ha. We're on our last 2 enemies, day 17. That was risky. Oh my gosh. We got our next technology point. Got a laser corrector. Periodically destroys a random block. Each building of this type works separately. Machine gun turret catalyzer. We've seen that before. And a turret expander, which we've seen before. But I think I might actually want to try this. Another nighttime ability. So we will put that right up here. This expands the turret range by 20% at night when we activate it. We have mined out everything. It's all gone. So now all we have to do is collect it all, and we're going to keep going down. We should be able to collect it all. If we miss a piece of iron, I'm not going to cry. Because we're almost at the end of 18. We should have just enough time to get it all. Yeah, I'm not going to risk that one last piece of iron getting up there in time. Let's get everybody back up to the platform. We'll lose 2 pieces of iron, but that's not a big deal. All right, let's try out our new active ability. This will increase their range by 20%. Look at that. That's beautiful. We also have enough. We're going to get our weakener in place right now. This should help out a lot. Look at the range of that with that boost. It goes all the way across the map. That's amazing. All right, drilling down to 100 to 200 meters. Drilling down to 200 meters. I think with that, we're going to end it here. Thank you for joining me. We'll keep this going as long as we can. So with that, this is going to be Lakota Ravoc signing off. Bye-bye. You're welcome, buddy.